Federal government, Southwest governors agree on Amotekun. The federal government has reached an agreement with Southwest governors on Western Nigerian security outfit codenamed Operation Amotekun. Senior Special Assistant to the Vice President Laolu Akonde disclosed this on his Twitter handle on Thursday. However, he did not give details of the agreement reached. Oshibajo and the governors of the Southwest State have been met at the presidential villa in Abuja on Thursday. It was gathered top on the agenda was Amotekun, which the federal government has declared illegal. So guys, that is the news reaching us that federal government and the Southwest governors, they have reached an agreement, but we don't even know what they agreed on. Whether they agreed that it is illegal or the federal government has agreed that they should carry on with the security outfit. You know, we heard again that Malami said he never said the Amotekun is illegal, that people misquoted him, that they misinterpreted what he said. He only said, just trying to advise them on what to do, because if this particular government is no more, if another government comes, and if they have not been able to enact the law, that the next government might really rubbish them. So he was speaking on in that line, and people just misinterpreted him. He never said it is illegal. He only advised them. So, and we've heard that the governors, the Southwest governors, and the vice president, had meeting, but we don't know what they agreed on. And just like what said the president, the vice president says, senior special assistant to the vice president, Lauri Aponde, he tweeted that the federal government and Southwest governors agree on Amotekun. So whether it is for or against Amotekun, we don't know, but agreement has been reached. But if really it is really, they really agree on the positive aspect of Amotekun, that it should continue, at least they would have said it, but we don't know what will happen. Maybe again they are still going to come out and tell us what the real agreement they really how the agreement they really met, or how they concluded on the Amotekun, whether it's going to be to the benefit of the people or they are going to suspend it. We don't know, but they've just reached an agreement which we are going to be hearing in later days. And meanwhile, a lot of people are still skeptical about this whole thing, and the people of the Southwest have been saying Amotekun must stand, Amotekun must stand, and other states are saying, if peradventure that if Yoruba people finally drop this idea of Amotekun, that they themselves will pick it up from their different zone and different states. And don't forget that as soon as Tinubu made some comments yesterday, some of the governors, they've started coming out to speak, apart from the Oyo governor and the Akeredolu, but the rest ones, I don't know where they really stand, most especially Lagos governor and that of Ogun State and Osun. So we don't even know where they actually stand, because even on the launch day of the Amotekun, some two governors were not really there. So let us see what will happen at the end of the day. The agreement which they reached, definitely they still need to tell us what it is. But if there's anything to go by with what the AGF said, that people misinterpreted it, they never said it is illegal and all of that. And at some point, there's this confusion everywhere, because the AGF is still saying, or they are not even coming to terms, with the meeting that the vice president had with the Southwest governors. We are hearing different things. I was misquoted, I was misinterpreted, that was not what I said. At the end of the day, one thing that is paramount is that everyone is just coming out to make comment out of sentiment, just like the AGF just came. It's like he just rushed. He didn't really sit back and look at the whole thing. And a lot of people really condemned his action, that it's not a court of law that will just make a pronouncement. How will he just come and be issuing statements? And there are people who have been taking side, with them. They are even commending them. The people from the north, they have been commending them, that definitely what they did by pronouncing it illegal is really right, because they believe that the Amotekun is just to target or to get at them. And if your hands are clean, why should you be afraid? But we know where all of those things are really coming from. So it is not really a new thing. And someone says here that the federal government finally borrows sense. Kudos to Southwest Governor and Yoruba at large. This is not time for people to start rejoicing because you don't even know the agreement that they reached. Hmm. Did you hear anything like sense on that details? Someone say shame on betrayer. Enemy within is dangerous than outside enemy. Up Yoruba, up Odua, up Amotekun. The details of the agreement is not known to us, and yet we are happy. Don't be surprised when the governors will come out to say they have agreed to drop the initiative, Amotekun, owing to the fact that the federal government had promised to tighten the security in their zone. Of course, yes, because the Laolu Akonde never said anything, whether they are going to drop it or they are going to continue with their Amotekun. He just said they've reached an agreement. Which agreement? Is it to drop it or to continue? So until when they will come back and tell us the particular agreement that they reached, that is when people can just know what to say. Because for the now, you can't just even pinpoint anything. And someone is asking the question that agreement on what? Let's hear the details of their discussion before meaningful comments. I won't be surprised if our governors have been politically trapped. Of course, you can't just you can't just conclude. Meanwhile, the Tinubu has already said they must come, on the round table to discuss on the way forward to dialogue, that they need to come together. And someone says, never, cow can't be in same page with human being. It is wrong for the federal government to allow community regional forces at this time of insecurity in the country. And that's what somebody is saying here. And someone says, then if it happens, then what are you going to do? You can go and do your worst. But Isbai security outfit is good for your nuts, Abi. Animal feelings like humans. Oh my goodness. So therefore the killing, the raping and the kidnapping should continue in the name of peace. No, it's good to allow it because of insecurity, or you want your brothers to finish them. Aboki. And a lot of people are replying to this particular person who is saying at this time of insecurity that regional security outfit is not supposed to, or the government is not supposed to allow it to happen. And people are like, so do you want people to start dying and doing all manner of things? All of a sudden we just started hearing from the north that, oh, we have a security, the conventional security agents. Then why would they be looking for that security outfit, regional security outfit, that the police, doing their job very well, the army and all of that, all of a sudden that people are complaining, even the army, they are complaining that they don't have a enough equipment. They are always talking about, oh, they need the information from the people. They always work on information, and if these people work together with them, it will go a long way. It will really go a long way. The federal government agreed based on jointly operation with Fulani. Better, now they are talking, but like someone says, nobody should be happy or should start commenting because we don't know the agreement that they have reached, so that people will not be disappointed at the end of the day. And someone says, whether federal government likes it or not, no going back. Thank you, God, for this. No more fears. Let Boko Haram and cattle men with AK-47 rifle. No, this is no, there's no more killing in our state. Up Nigeria, up Yoruba, up Amotekun. Hope it is not a gentleman's agreement or business as usual. We're still going to wait till when they give us the details of what happened, because Laolu Akonde just said they've reached an agreement. Based on what? To drop it or to continue with it? That is what we don't know exactly. And someone is saying, oh, courtesy of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Professor Yemi Osinbajo. But where were they in the first place? That is the question. Where were they? Were they not consulted even as a regional a program? Where were they all this while that they didn't meet with them? Osinbajo didn't meet with them. The Bola Ahmed didn't meet with them until they finalized that they were going to launch it. So where were they? Because when people are even saying some things, it baffles one. They are in this country and they've been planning this thing for the past 6 or 8 months, and yet where were these people? Where were these people? So it's really unfortunate that things are just getting to this stage before they could really come up and be saying they are holding meeting and all of that. These were the things that they ought to have done before now. Someone says, let's get the details before further comments. And someone says, victory at last. So guys, let's hear your own take, because the special assistant, or this Lalo Akode, who is working with the vice president, has said that the Southwest governors and the federal governments, that they've reached an agreement. The agreement that they have reached, that is what we don't really know for the now. Yeah, senior special assistant to the vice president, Lalo Akode. So guys, leave your comments below and let's have your take. Thank you.